Gotta love the Canadian Rockies. And look at these guys down here basking in the sun. There's so many of them. Beautiful day out today. Way better weather than yesterday. Sunny. We got a lot of rain last night. Pretty much rained continuously right after I got in the van from then until I woke up this morning. But I've been up for about 2 hours, just kind of hanging out. And we had a few other people pull in here really late last night. There's 2 over there. There was one person that actually pulled down there and camped there. And someone just pulled on the side of the road here. But the Starlink performed well. 100 megabits per second down, 30 megabits per second up. So very pleased with how it's working in Canada so far. And I wonder what these, if someone can tell me what these butterflies are doing. I don't know if they're butterflies or moths, but they're just sitting here flapping their wings, like basking in the sun or something. I don't know if that's just them hanging out or if they're doing something special. But I did leave my chair out in the rain last night, so we've got some water down here in the seat. I'm trying to let that dry out before we head out here. Probably head out of here in the next 20 minutes after I cook some breakfast. So I think today for breakfast I'm just gonna make some pancakes and eggs because I've had this pancake mix sitting in my pantry for a while. And I was gonna cook this potato, but I think I'm gonna save that for another day. I don't really feel like it today. So if you watched my last video, you know that I ended up at this spot kind of by accident because of a road closure on my way up to Jasper in Canada. And maybe if you didn't watch my last video or this is your first video, my name's Ryan. I live in the back of my self-converted camper van. I'm currently on a road trip up to Alaska, and we are in the Canadian Rocky Mountains. But yesterday I was heading from Banff, which is kind of the southern Canadian Rockies, up to Jasper, which is more northern Canadian Rockies. And I was informed by the lady sitting at the park entry kiosk that the road somewhere in between the Saskatchewan River crossing, which is the road that we're kind of on right now, Route 11, and Jasper was closed due to an accident, and it wasn't going to be cleared until 11:30 last night. So we ended up getting slightly diverted down this road. And then I think today, instead of heading down kind of back towards Edmonton, and I think we're going to drive back up the way we came, continue the Icefield Parkway, and come out right around Jasper National Park. Because I'm not joking, I think the Icefield Parkway might be one of the most beautiful drives that I have ever been lucky enough to drive. So I definitely want to complete it, and now hopefully that crash that caused the road to close yesterday is cleared. It was supposed to have cleared by last night, so we should be good to go. I'm just gonna make one monster pancake. I don't know what that was, but that was a huge bug. I figured since we're in Canada, we're gonna do some Canadian bacon with breakfast, which is just ham. And typically I would put some fruit in my pancakes, but I don't have any, so we're gonna use this fruit syrup that I have and just give it a little swirl. I'm hoping my outside seat is dry so I can sit out here. Looks dry enough. There's more butterflies now. What is going on down there? Butterfly meetup. This bee really wants my syrup. Get out of here. So I know in my first video that I made in Canada, I said that I didn't know if I was going to take the route up the Rockies and that I was just going to bounce in and out of Banff. But at the end of the day, I'm really glad that I ended up deciding to drive through the Icefields Parkway because it is just stunning out here. But after we finish this breakfast, we've got kind of a long drive today. The way I calculated it out, if I want to make it to Canada within the next 10 to 12 days, I have to drive an average of 4 hours a day to get there. So today, we're driving a little bit more than that. We're going to drive 6 hours because I have to be in the town of Grand Prairie by 11 a.m. tomorrow morning to get those beefy front tires replaced and get some better off-roading tires installed. And I would just much rather do that drive today than have to wake up early tomorrow morning and do it. So today's going to be kind of a long driving day. Look at this guy. That's a bug I've never seen before. That's a crazy looking bug. Breakfast is finished. I think it's time to hit the road. But before we can do that, I guess I should put my Starlink away so it doesn't go flying off the roof. Now that I don't have my Starlink up, I have absolutely zero internet connection, and I forgot to text my girlfriend that I wasn't going to have connection for most of the day. So knowing her, she probably assumes that I'm dead somewhere in the Canadian wilderness. So we're going to hit the road, get back to service, see some more Canada. All right, 8 hours later, and we have almost made it back to some sort of civilization. There were a couple stints where it was 2-3 hours with no service, no phone service, no services, no gas, no nothing like that. So I kind of got, look at that river. Beautiful. My first taste of what it's gonna be like driving the Alaskan highway. And the town that we're going to right now of Grand Prairie is kind of the last stop before the Alaskan highway. I mean, if you don't include Dawson Creek, which is technically the last stop, but that's also the start of the Alaskan highway. But either way, we're about 10 minutes away from town, and I really don't know where I'm gonna sleep tonight. I kind of just wanted to drive into the town because I have that appointment tomorrow, and I'm hopefully gonna get my oil changed too, but it just kind of depends if they have time or not. If they don't, it's not really that big of a deal. And then I think tomorrow I'm gonna drive up to Dawson Creek and stay the night at the start of the Alaskan highway, and then from there, we're just starting our journey up. But I think I'm gonna pull into this Tim Hortons parking lot and figure out where I'm going to be camping tonight. Let's see what we got. I don't know if I want to stay at a Walmart again. There's a park. It was a visitor center, but it looks like that's been closed off. People have been kicked out by the police, so I don't want to stay there. There is a casino. It looks like that should work. And casinos are always good. I've stayed in plenty before. They usually have big parking lots. I'll probably go in when I get there and just check in, make sure that it's okay. But it's only 10 minutes away, so that's nice. Oh, there it is. Casino! Great Northern Casino. It looks like there is an RV over there, so I'm gonna pull over into that kind of back lot. Oh, there's a bunch of RVs. Call this camp for the night. So yeah, we should be good here. Before I do anything else though, I'm gonna head inside and just check in with the casino to make sure it's cool that I stay here. Let's go on. I was wondering if I could check into like, stay in the lot overnight. Yeah. Awesome. There we go. That was pretty easy. So basically they just had me fill out my license plate number, my name, and how many nights I was gonna be staying on this logbook, and then told me I was good to go. But I don't know what I really have to eat for dinner. I don't really have much. Probably gonna do some grocery shopping tomorrow. But I guess, honestly, since I have the gravy for my poutine, well, that's the burgers from yesterday, and then leftover gravy for my poutine, I'm just gonna have mashed potatoes with a side of burger meat. So I figured since I have freeze-dried mashed potato packets, it'll be a nice quick dinner. Also gonna warm up some gravy in that pan too. That's the only thing that sucks about cooking when living in a van is I don't have a microwave. So I gotta either use my oven or a pan to warm everything up, which I guess isn't the worst. It kind of forces me to eat a little bit healthier. Alrighty, potatoes are done. I think this gravy and that looks disgusting. Burgers are done. So let's eat. I think I might only have one of these actually. There we go. Look at that. Delicious looking dinner. If this is your first time watching this channel, I promise most of the time I cook better food. It's just 8-hour drive, no groceries. Don't feel like going to the grocery store. So that's what we got. And I think after I ate this dinner, since this casino is kind enough to let you stay here overnight, and by kind enough, I mean they probably expect you to go in and play a game and or eat some food. And even if they don't, I feel like it's kind of courteous to do if you're sleeping in their parking lot. So after I eat some dinner, I might go in. I got 50 Canadian dollars in my pocket that I need to spend. So maybe we'll try it on a few slot pulls. I honestly think this might be the worst meal that I've ever cooked on this channel. At least worst looking. It doesn't really taste that bad, but it definitely looks like prison food. All right, dinner is finished. Let's head into the casino, see if we can't win anything. All right, money's in. Let's go. $10. All right, so they beat us today. That's another lesson. Why you never go to the casino. All right, I think that is it for today though. Should have just paid 60 bucks for a campsite. Happy to have a place to sleep for the night. I'm very excited to get these new tires on the van tomorrow morning. But it is currently 10 o'clock and I think I'm probably just gonna get to bed. So as always, I truly appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, think about clicking that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel, and I will catch you guys in the morning.